Kind of an informal time when we get to congratulate our honorary degree recipient, and this is, we're so honored to have you with us, JoLaine. And we have a couple things that we want to give you. First, this is what you're going to receive in the degree citation in just a little bit. And I'm going to read this if it's okay with you. Whereas Dr. JoLaine Draugalis, you are an educator, researcher, and have worked diligently to advance and improve the profession of pharmacy, now is taught through your research in pharmacy education. Whereas you have served as Dean, College of Pharmacy, the University of Oklahoma Health Sciences Center, College of Pharmacy, and also hold the David Ross Boyd Professorship. Whereas your many honors, including the American Pharmacists Association's Gloria Niemeyer Frank Leadership Mentor Award, the American Association of Colleges of Pharmacy's Distinguished Pharmacy Educator Award, University of Arizona's Henry and Phyllis Koffler Prize for Teaching, the American Pharmacists Association's Research Achievement Award in the Pharmaceutical Sciences. We almost need to have a longer piece of paper. Whereas your service to your profession includes serving on the American Association of Colleges of Pharmacy Board of Directors and also leading that body as its president. Whereas you are a proud alumna of Ferris State University and also hold a Master of Education degree with a major in Educational Psychology, a Doctor of Philosophy with a major in Pharmacy from the University of Arizona. I'm going to present you with this Honorary Doctorate of Business and Industry. So this is a copy for you.
Thank you.
And then another little special surprise. We've had this made in your honor, and this is what is in the program today.
Oh, thank you.
This is for you, and we'd invite you to make a few informal remarks to your family, to your friends, and to us if you would.
Okay. Well, thank you.
May I set this here for you?
Well, I do have some formal musings and remembrances incorporated in my commencement address that will be in another hour or so. But obviously, I'm not going to go on in that. So rest assured, I'm not going to say a whole lot there. But I am going to refer to a number of my special guests. But I would like to thank my husband, all my sisters, and my brothers-in-law, and my nephews and niece that could be here, and my College of Pharmacy roommate, and she was in our wedding. Barb Sobey is here, and another buddy of ours, Ed Keating, and his wife Deb are here, and he graduated with Paul 2 years before Barb and I did, and we did a lot of studying and a lot of playing together. So I'm so glad that they all can be here, and I would like to thank President Eisler, the Board of Trustees, and particularly Steve Durst for recommending that in itself means a lot to me. So thank you very much. Again, we're all pleased to be here. I'm just so grateful that my family could make the effort to come. I know it's hard to do, and especially my niece and nephews for being here. It's probably not the most favorite place you want to be on a Friday night. But Sean will stop on the way tomorrow back to Detroit and play lacrosse in Grand Rapids, so it worked out okay. Right? Okay, so thank you so much to everyone. I think you'll probably hear later on this evening how much the Ferris experience in our degrees mean to us and what they've done for us. There are a lot of people that I meet in the world of pharmacy, and there's a lot of roots here in Big Rapids. And a lot of people that went to pharmacy school here or had mentors from here. And so there are a lot of pharmacy leaders. I can't speak to many of the other majors. I don't meet a whole lot of other alum other than staying in the bounds of pharmacy academia. But everybody that went through here is very proud. We're very proud, and I would just thank you very much for this honor.
Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Fritz Erickson, will introduce the Honorary Doctorate candidate.
Good evening. We are honored today to recommend an individual who has a distinguished history of exemplary service to pharmacy and a passion for Ferris State University. We are proud to recognize JoLaine R. Draugalis.
Allow me to share the resolution concerning an honorary doctorate candidate. Whereas Dr. JoLaine Draugalis, you are an educator and researcher and have worked diligently to advance and improve the profession of pharmacy and how it is taught through your research in pharmacy education. Whereas you have served as Dean, College of Pharmacy, the University of Oklahoma Health Sciences Center College of Pharmacy, and also hold the OUHSC David Ross Boyd Professorship. Whereas your many honors include the American Pharmacists Association, Gloria Niemeyer Franke Leadership Mentor Award, the American Association of Colleges of Pharmacy's Distinguished Pharmacy Educator Award, the University of Arizona's Henry and Phyllis Koffler Prize for Teaching, and the American Pharmacists Association Research Achievement Award in the Pharmaceutical Sciences. Whereas your service to your profession includes serving on the American Association of Colleges of Pharmacy Board of Directors and also leading that body as its president. And whereas you are a proud alumna of Ferris State University and also hold a Master of Education degree with a major in educational psychology and a Doctor of Philosophy with a major in pharmacy from the University of Arizona, now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of Ferris State University offers to you its sincere gratitude and takes great pride in conferring upon you the Honorary Doctorate of Business and Industry with all rights and privileges thereunto pertaining.
JoLaine R. Draugalis, Ferris State University is privileged to pay tribute to you today by virtue of the laws of the state of Michigan and the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Ferris State University, and with the sincere good wishes of the faculty and the students of this university, I confer upon you the honorary degree, Doctor of Business and Industry, with all the rights and privileges therein. As a symbol of this recognition, we invest you with this doctoral hood. And present you with this diploma, Dr. Draugalis. Allow me to present to you the newest doctorate at Ferris State University, Dr. JoLaine Draugalis.
Thank you, President Eisler, Board of Trustees, and Dean Durst for this tremendous honor. I'd like to take a moment to recognize my wonderful husband, my most ardent supporter, Paul Draugalis, my sisters and their families. I'm very pleased that you could join me tonight. Thank you. I am also happy to have the opportunity to share some thoughts with the class of 2012. In order to prepare my remarks, I did a search to seek guidance for graduation speakers. One source provided the top 10 tips for graduation speakers, with number 1 being brevity. Tips 2 through 10, see number 1. Good recommendation. When President Eisler called me in February to inform me of this honor, I thought back to my fantastic journey and the experiences at Ferris. Living in Vandercook Hall, the macaroni and cheese in the cafeteria, studying in the library a lot, rooming with my pharmacy school classmate, Barb Sovey, at Hillcrest Apartments, and she's here tonight too, the hot spots, the Creek Club and the Alibi, euchre tournaments into the wee hours with our Fred, Ed F. Keating, who is also here tonight, being proposed to by my fellow pharmacy student, Paul Draugalis, and of course my graduation day, marching on the football field, and the memory of my father's plaid, and I do mean plaid, pants indelibly etched on my brain. After all, it was 1976. Because of what the Ferris time meant to us and how our pharmacy degrees enabled us to pursue wonderful careers, my husband and I became members of the Ferris President's Club by endowing a scholarship in the College of Pharmacy in 1994. I was able to present the scholarship for the first time in 1999, and my mother was able to accompany me. But enough with memory lane. Graduates, this is your day. I hope you reflect on where you came from, how you got here, and celebrate your accomplishments to this point, and think about where your professional journey will take you. You have been the recipients of unparalleled instruction, hands-on experiences, faculty support, and many opportunities to inspire you in building a successful foundation for your career. Why did you choose Ferris State University? You may not have known it at the time, but I would guess that you have experienced a number of consumption benefits, and I'm not referring to beverages at the Sawmill or Schuberg's. Rather, what satisfaction you derived from the educational process, the aha moments that you achieved in study sessions, learning and growing with roommates, or the thrill of a Ferris hockey game, and perhaps the future satisfaction you'll derive by virtue of having an education, that is, the ability to appreciate literature, art, or music. And then there are the investment benefits, such as where a Ferris degree will take you, and I'm here to tell you that it will take you very far. Be very proud of it. Also, there have been many studies conducted to compute the earnings differential between college and high school graduates and the effects over a lifetime. And also, there are many Ferris degree programs that have a particularly good return on investment. But all the countless hours of lectures, discussions, practical experiences and exams, and what you learned from those encounters are not all you need to be successful in life, in the workplace, or at home. Just as the Ferris tagline says, imagine more. My challenge to you is to develop or hone the ability to self-manage, as it is an essential first step in managing others. In a 2009 article, Holdford provided a literature review and synthesis in order to suggest common steps toward this goal. Embedded in these steps are a critical set of interpersonal capabilities labeled in the management literature by Goleman as emotional intelligence. It is argued that these non-cognitive skills matter as much as intelligence for success in the workplace. These steps include, number one, taking responsibility for your life. That is, take control and avoid being a victim and assigning blame. You must be able to admit to and primarily learn from mistakes. Or, as Albert Ellis said, the best years of your life are the ones in which you decide your problems are your own. You do not blame them on your mother, the ecology, or the president. You realize that you control your own destiny. 2, knowing yourself. Self-awareness is an important part of leading and managing, which requires one to truly understand his or her emotions, strengths, weaknesses, needs, and drives. The ability to self-assess is important, to play to one's strengths as well as to work on areas for improvement that could possibly inhibit your ability to succeed. I routinely ask faculty and staff applicants during an interview to tell me about 3 of their strengths and 3 of their areas for development. It is very telling, especially if one can come up with no weaknesses. Now that's some lack of self-awareness. 3, deciding what you want to do and be. Although there are many intervening variables and influence from significant others, one must establish their own personal priorities. Some even suggest a personal mission statement. What are your motivations? Do you have the drive, commitment, initiative, courage, and optimism required to complete your mission? There will need to be a balance between personal and professional fulfillment. How will you manage the inevitable setbacks or roadblocks? 4, establishing goals to achieve the life you want to live. In order to achieve one's life mission, it will be necessary to identify and articulate the ways of getting there. Focusing on long-term major goals, for example, 5 or 10-year window, will require you to identify subset objectives, enumerating precise, measurable objectives over a prescribed time period. Do you have the ability to understand and respond to the emotional needs of others in order to build personal and professional relationships? Also important are social skills to manage those relationships, build networks, and be politically astute. 5, taking action. Start immediately. Whatever your personal and professional aspirations, you need to start taking action. And although perhaps overwhelming, take incremental steps. In order to increase your emotional intelligence, Holdford has several recommendations. Take self-assessment tests. This will lead to a better understanding of oneself and identify areas for improvement. Ask for formal feedback in performance appraisal meetings and take the information to heart. Seek out mentors for advice and guidance. Read self-improvement books. There are a vast variety of leadership development texts. And finally, take time for reflection on life and work. Analyze what went well and ask, what can I learn? What could I do different? Make every interaction count by adding some amount of value. And as American businessman James Ling says, don't tell me how hard you work, tell me how much you get done. Heartiest congratulations to all of you, the class of 2012. Go Bulldogs.